Hi, welcome to my Financial Mastery series. My name is Melanie McDonald, and today I'm going to talk about assigning tasks and how this is really one of the secrets that produces management magic. I'm a big believer in management and quality management, and assigning tasks is one of those things that is often overlooked, and there are a lot of misconceptions about it. So let me share with you a story. I was once an evening supervisor in a service organization, and the employees were all supposed to have the same job. So they would come in, and there were all these different tasks that had to be done each evening, and they were supposed to just come in and just start doing tasks and then finish a task and do another one. But they were all considered sort of cogs and available to do whatever task needed to be done. The problem with that, and I worked in other places where that was the scenario, including where I was an employee and was one of the cogs. The problem with that is people have very different skill sets. And so you would have someone who was really great at task A because it required a lot of detail, and that's just how they were wired. And so they would do it perfectly and quickly. And then person B would come to do work A, and they would struggle and they would do a not so great job, and it would take twice as long. And then, but they were really great with patrons coming in, with customers. And so here they were doing a job they weren't very suited for because they were all sort of considered cogs. And the person who was really detailed and quick really had no patience for customers. And so if you just said, well, whoever comes in next is going to be the one talking with customers, and then the next person that comes is going to be that one handling that detailed work, it's not the best for either the organization of the company or the employees, or for that matter, for the customers, because it's just a mess. Now, this is, I believe in cross training. I believe everyone should be able to do a variety of things in case you need them to. But at the same time, it resulted in a mess because on top of that, whenever there were problems with the quality of work, we were hard pressed to figure out who even done the work because everyone was supposed to do it. So we were always having to fix things and not knowing who had done a bad job. What are we going to retrain everybody every week? No, you need to be able to know who needs help or who really should maybe be reassigned. So it is not a process that works. So the same is true with regards to collecting the money for your law firm or for other business processes you need to do. So we have talked in a prior video, we've covered the topic of sorting all of your debt that's owed to you into very fine categories by client. So if you have clients that have moved and you don't know where they've moved to, what you'd want to do is want to have them in a group themselves, right? And you're going to meet with your team, with your staff, with your other partners, and you're going to go over each category and say, okay, what needs to be done for this category? What's the next step? So the next step for people that have moved is to find out where they've moved to. The next step for people who were on a payment plan, who have come off the payment plan, is a check-in. So you're going to have these next steps outlined. And now comes the part of assigning specific tasks to specific people. Who is going to be, do you have a detective on staff, someone who loves tracking people down? Great. They're the ones that are going to find the people who have moved. That's the next step that needs to occur, and let them get that specific assignment. The warm check-in. Do we know what's happening with this client? If there's no current business to be done with them, that should be done by either the warmest person you have in the office or the person with the best relationship who can also be warm. If there's still legal matters or still work to be done with them, whoever's doing that work can do that warm check-in while also talking about the current work. So specific tasks for each specific client as an assignment. Then you're going to have a follow-up and an update with the team to see where we are now. Our payments starting to come, which I promise you they will by this point. and you're going to keep updating. So if you thought someone needed a warm check-in, and then you found, actually, we don't know where they are, okay, then that gets moved to the person doing the detective work. The person who tried the warm check-in doesn't just keep sort of plodding along when there's no warm check-in to be done. So it is important that these assignments are updated as needed. So each person with those assignments feel they're clear about what they are to do. They can do it. They're allowed to do it, and they get props when they come back and say what they've done. If you give specific assignments that people can do, you will start getting money coming to your firm. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye for now.